Cyberfrog Blood Honey. Ethan Van Sciver, Kyle Ritter. Ethan Somney? I don't remember. Come on, guys. Just Somney. He's got one name. He's like Madonna. So Cyberfrog. Ethan Van Sciver, when he came out with his YouTube channel, I really... hold on a second. That didn't really help. Okay, I really liked his channel when it first came out, and then he started getting really all into this Comicsgate thing and being the leader of Comicsgate, not being the leader of Comicsgate, being the leader of Comicsgate, not being the leader of Comicsgate, back and forth. I like the videos where he critiques people's art. I like the videos where he does art how-tos. I generally like the videos where he just kind of talks pop culture. Other than that, I think he's kind of antagonistic just for the fun of being antagonistic. That's my personal opinion. I could be wrong. I don't like that aspect. And he's a crap talker. I can respect that because I can be that also. But in general, it kind of wasn't how his channel started, and so therefore I kind of don't like it. Anyway. This is Cyberfrog. I backed this book really early. It took a really long time to come out. Not anything insane for a, one of the crowdfunded project, but it took a while. By the time it came out, I was really I was expecting to be disappointed. He was kind of annoying. I would only check in with his channel every once in a while, depending on what the video is. I'm not a huge fan of his. I never really liked his DC art. I always felt like he it just didn't quite work. It's I never really liked it that much. But like I said, early on I liked him. I felt he was getting a raw deal being attacked by all the people online that were kind of bashing him. I felt inaccurately. So I backed the book to kind of help him out. The project did incredibly well. I just got this the other day. I also have 2 mini comics that came with it, so that's why mine was much later than a lot of people's. But I was expecting not to like this. I was expecting to be disappointed. I said to myself, if I read this and I read this and I'm not just like, oh man, I need to find out what happens after this. I'm not going to back the next one because like I said, it was just kind of a, hey, let's see. He wrote it, he drew it. Has this nice chromium cover. It does not sit flat because of the chromium. It just kind of opens. This sketch kind of interior. But I read it and I got to I forgot that it was not that it's a multi-part story. It's a one-shot. I got to the end of the story and I said, oh man, literally in my head was like, what? I need more. So I will probably back the next one. That stuff they kind of have talked about. I brought this because I guess there was rumors early on that it was not comic book sized. This is a normal comic. Here's a regular old comic. They're the same size. So whoever was saying that it's not the same size, it was an idiot. Just a complete idiot. A liar and an idiot. But his art style I was never really a fan of at DC. But for this, it's perfect. I always thought his art style was a little too kind of horror, leaned towards horror, or leaned towards sci-fi, and not so much superhero. This is like a horror sci-fi superhero, and it works perfectly. It absolutely works. It looks great. His art looks great in this. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of his art. It's fine. It's just he's not my favorite artist or anything. It looks great in this. The art's great. I was curious to see how his writing would be. The writing's great. It's a great comic. I was very disappointed not to be able to finish it. Actually, when it came time to when it got to the end, I was like, "What? This is it?" So I was it's a pretty, chunky book. There's a lot here. The colors look great. The drawing looks great. It's really nice. I don't want to ruin it or anything. But there's some great stuff at the back. This stuff where they just kind of double up, that seems kind of like padding. I actually really like his art in black and white. The colors look good, but the black and white looks good also. I wouldn't been like, I think that looks great. Like, that looks awesome. It looks good in color, but man, you can see all the hatching detail, and it looks really awesome in black and white. I almost would have liked it in black and white. But I don't want to go back any further. I don't want to ruin it. But I just thought I'd do a quick review of this. Story's solid. Art's great. It's a really good book. I was surprised. I really expected to be a little disappointed and not really want a second issue, or the next part of the story, not really be kind of indifferent and not care. But I'm all about it. He did a great job, and it's like, I really want to. He hit it out of the park, and I really want to read the next one. So Ethan Van Sciver, good job. You nailed it, buddy. Do it again. Do it again, and I'll buy a third one. Just keep doing it. To all these kind of, I'm going to call all the Comicsgate guys, whatever they want to call themselves, I don't know. To all these kind of Indiegogo comics projects, the biggest thing I would say, get the price down, guys. Like, figure out a way to get the price down. All the perks are nice and all that, but man, this is a chunky book, but get the price down, That's the only thing I got to say. But that's my biggest complaint about all of them. Just get the price down. But great book. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to spoil anything. If anybody hasn't read it yet, the paper's fine. This waviness kind of shows up on camera. You can't see it at all. It's not any different than a Marvel comic, which if I open it up, I would almost bet it almost has that same waviness. It doesn't. Okay, never mind. But the paper feels the same. It's the same paper as a standard Marvel comic. Let's see Fight Man here. Look at it. These colors hold up pretty well in this new print. They're very saturated, very dark. But that looks good, doesn't it? Anyway. I got nothing else to say. It's good. I enjoyed it. Do it again, buddy. Alright, guys. Bye.